Gentlemen, fantastic to see everybody here. I'm going to embarrass him before we start, but can we please just give a big round of applause to Dave Allen? It was brilliant to see him, and brilliant for the city of Doncaster. What an event on Friday night this week here at the Echo Power Stadium. Brilliant to be part of what is GBM's biggest show to date. H, Mitch, Izzy, after 3 years of phenomenally hard work, they've come to this stage, and it's a massive stage. Topped by a world title fight, their first world title fight on GBM, live on dazn on Friday, and it's a phenomenal card, a stacked show from top to bottom. Dave and I were talking about it yesterday. It's a fight night that we as fans want to be at, let alone working around it and on it. And I'm grateful for every single fighter that has taken the opportunity to be on this bill and has taken the matches that they've been put in front of. So it's a great night on Friday. I'm just going to have bring in Izzy for a quick word before we get to the fighters up here. Izzy, you must be just so excited and proud of where you are and where you've come to be delivering this on Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge night, huge night. Not just for myself, my family, the team around me, the guys who support me from day one, the media. This is a massive achievement just to get this stage, and I believe one of the best British fight nights you're going to see this year. It really is top to bottom, and you mentioned something about giving credit to fighters. You don't hear this as much, but they've all took the hard fights. There's so many fights on here that I didn't have to take this in this point in the career. They've taken it for themselves, for the careers, for the fans, and it's quite easy as a promoter when you're working with fighters who want it so much, who believe in themselves. And I believe Friday night's going to be a historic event. I keep saying, I think Doncaster's fortunate to have great champions, 3 times world champion Terry Harper, Maxi Hughes, 4 world champion, so many prospects, fighters from the city. That's not the biggest city in the country. I think it's a huge event, and yeah, I'm just grateful that I'm promoting it. Sometimes I think the growth is really insane, but we did say to a few media outlets that within a few years we are going to be one of the strongest outfits, and we will put a world title on. And Friday night it's going to be a lot of satisfaction for myself personally and the team around me, because, like you know, Adam, we've got a small team, but I believe we work hard as anybody in the country. And Friday night's going to be a special night.
And a serious statement for GBM.
Yeah, I think we just up the levels. This is a whole different level in many ways. You know, attendance-wise, it's triple to what we normally get. This is big-time boxing. You know, they kind of labelled us small for 2 years, but they can't do that anymore. We've really made a statement with this show. This is a serious stone. Not forgetting Galway in 5 weeks, back-to-back stadium shows. It takes some bottle, and that's a lot of credit to our team and our support team and the backing that we've had with dazn and our sponsors. It won't be possible without them. But yeah, I think we're going to raise a few eyebrows in a positive way. But listen, it's not about us as much as about these fighters, because their kids and their future families will look at this and think, we were there Friday 23rd of May, Eco Power Stadium. We were there on that historic night, a huge night, and yeah, the atmosphere is going to be absolutely buzzing Friday night.
Well, that's exactly what Dave and what Jamie McDonald and Gavin McDonald were saying to us yesterday, that everyone will remember being here. It was a special night for the city. So let's get on with it. The fighters who are ready to go. Let's start with a good battle between Jamie and Cameron down on the table in front of us. Cameron, let's bring you in first. What are you going to do to steal the show? I think we're going to ask that question to a lot of people. It's a massive opportunity for you and getting your name out there, and it's a really good fight, isn't it? It looks it on paper.
Yeah, it's a good fight. Good opponent. Feel like good opponents and good fights as well. So it being a 50-50 fight, no comes to win, obviously. The only doing is make best man win.
Absolutely, and it's a little local battle too.
Yeah, definitely. That's it. Same time pretty much. So.
You've only had 1 defeat, so you've pretty much got an unblemished record. What's the future hold? Is it getting through this and making something happen for you on a big stage?
Yeah, get through this, hopefully, yours, put on a good show, show people that what I'm capable of really, and hopefully get some bigger fights and bigger titles.
I love it when you said opening a few doors and you look straight at Izzy Asleef's eyes. I love that. Jamie, let's bring you in. Equally excited about this, ready to prove what you can do in boxing on this sort of stage.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. First of all, I'm super grateful for this opportunity. Izzy's what he's done with GBM is just absolutely elevated. So to be a part of it, I'm grateful for that. I've got a fantastic opponent. I've put in the work, all the hard work. I've got a great team, and I'm coming for war. So they'll be easy as well.
That's lovely that you're saying that. The respect there, you're coming for a great opponent. This is what we need to see, isn't it, Jamie? These 50-50 fights that we don't know which way it's going to go. I mean, you guys obviously believe you're going to win your teams, but we don't as the fans.
For the show, for the fans, for ourselves, we're only 50-50 fights. So if we don't get them, we're not going to know how we're going to progress. So yeah, absolutely can't wait for it.
I think that's a really important point. If you win this, then you find out something about yourself and you can go on from that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not looking past it. I know what he can do, but that's why we put the hard work in. And on Friday, I'll see that.
Okay, that's enough respect. What's going to happen on Friday night, Jamie? What happens when you take him on?
So you can destroy.
Seek and destroy. Cameron, your answer?
I'll adapt to work great rings. What's the box? I love box. Not working on fighting.
You're hanging their records on the line. Fantastic to see. Let's bring in Ted Jackson alongside Cameron down there. Ted, welcome along, undefeated prospect. Tell us a little bit about yourself and these fine people at the press conference, what to expect on Friday night.
Yeah, firstly, I just want to thank GBM for giving me the opportunity to fight on such a big card. I know every fight is great for us to be here, so it means a lot. Friday night, I just want to show everyone what I can do and prove that I'm one of the best prospects in the country, really. And I've got a big platform to do so.
Yeah, I just think, unfortunately, Adam, you look at 4 fighters here, I believe, as good as any prospects in the country. Ted, I heard a lot about Tom Stoker. He harassed me for that. You've got to get Ted on, you've got to get Ted on. You must see something in you, and I know you're confident, we like working with you. What kind of style can you expect Friday night?
I can box quite well. I like to do a bit of everything, really. Try not to get hit as much, but sometimes I do get hit. I like to fight sometimes, so it just depends really, but I'm looking forward to it and showcasing my skills.
Can you have a good scrap? You're quite good looking, so I don't know if you scrap something like
Yeah, I can have a good scrap. I prefer to have a scrap, but
Yeah, the model,
I try not to.
the fighting heart, that's what we like to hear. Tom Stalker knows this stuff, so that's good if you've been telling Izzy to get you on.
Yeah. Tom's my manager, he's a great manager, and obviously he's done me a good job getting on the show with the whole big stuff, so yeah.
How much ambition is there to go far in the sport, Ted?
I don't think there's not
A ceiling?
yeah, I think I can go all the way.
Good man, good man. I know someone else who thinks he can go all the way, and that's a very talented guy, and that's Amar Akbar. Spent a bit of time with him in the last year or two. Unbeaten now, Amar in 8, I think. All going well. We talk about momentum, activity, and about shining on the big stage. I think firstly, how pleased are you to have been selected to be on a card of this magnitude?
Yeah, I'm delighted to be back. I've had a bit off because I've been injuries, so I'm happy to be back on a massive card. It's going to be my first fight in a stadium, so I'm looking forward to just the experience.
You're 24, good amateur career. You bring a huge amount of fans and noise from Dewsbury. For those who haven't seen you, what are we going to expect on Friday in your first stadium show?
Yeah, so this is like the first time that I've actually gone into a full camp without injury, so I'm looking to be more aggressive and hopefully, just see how it goes. I'll just have to adapt to my opponent.
Is he? How pleased are you to have Amar as part of the stable? I know he was one of the signings we talked about that lit your eyes up.
Yeah, when we signed Amar, the plan was always activity. One of the things Amar suffered with, whether it's injuries or inactivity, didn't get the right fights, we've got him active, and I said to his father, it's all about activities to push that next level, and now he's finding it, and I think you can see the best of Amar Akbar. I was impressed. You would have pondered his last performance, he showed some class in there, but this is about pushing on levels now, and Friday will be the start of it, and you want momentum and constant fights, and look, if you want to mix with the big boys, you've got to be constantly fighting, and he knows that, and we're serious about his career, and he's going to keep pushing it. So Friday's another push on against a local lad who won't want to be, showing up in front of his home fans, Doncaster faithful, so I think it's going to be an exciting fight for him.
Yeah, and good people around you, Amar, your family, Buddy McGirt talks so highly of you, you're catching the eye, and there's obviously ambitions. I asked Ted, there's no ceiling, he believes, and you think you're going to become a world champion, don't you, one day?
Yeah, definitely. The way I've been sparring, if I can just do that in the ring, under the lights, I believe I can go all the way. I've been sparring top kids, and I've been doing really well, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we hope you can transfer your skills, and we wish you well on Friday night. What's really caught my eye is caught the eye of Sonny Edwards of Lee, of everyone in the Steel City gym, and he's a Doncaster boy, he's also a farmer, and he's bringing a different crowd, a new audience, but I really think he can fight. Ed Hardy is the name, if you don't know him. Edward Hardy, Ed Hardy, I don't think he really cares. The farm boy is what we call him. Ed, we had you live on TalkSport yesterday, your name's getting out there. This is a tractor ride away from the farm, and you must be absolutely thrilled to have this chance so early in your career.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for having this chance so early on in my career, and thanks to Izzy at GBM for getting me on such a big card to start with my career.
Yeah, it's all gone well so far. Good amateur, as we know, but turning pro could be tricky, can be tough. You seem to have got the performances right in the first three. You're exciting us. People are talking about you. Does that add pressure, or is that what you love to hear, and it makes you want it more, this business?
No, it doesn't add any pressure. It adds encouragement for me to do better and put on a better show for everyone to enjoy and watch. So it doesn't add any pressure to me. It just makes me want to put a better performance on next time.
Yeah, another one, Adam, you talk about prospects and excitement. I got into the game as a boxing promoter to sign kids like Ed Hardy. He's excited. Only thing he can't do is sing, he's absolutely useless. Other than that, he's pretty good at everything else. So I'm not going to get into sing to the Ed, but yeah, it's all about levels. We don't want to get carried away. We understand the toughness of his game. And yeah, his name's getting out there, but he's level-headed, he's very disciplined, he's got an experienced managerial team behind him with Sonny Edwards, he knows the game. And I think we're just going to keep growing him at one step at a time. Let's not get carried away. I believe, look, it's all about levels boxing, but I believe he really can go all the way.
You're the promoter, man. You're not going to get carried away about this guy. Come on.
I've got to hold myself back. Listen, I do say I've got the two most exciting prospects in the country, but I'm going to say that I've signed him in for my fighters, but I really believe he's got that star quality about him. But look, we'll see, keep growing and keep pushing him, and we'll bring him on quickly, because if he keeps showing the progression, we'll get them title fights and maybe go through the British and European. And he wants to be a world champion, and he's got a successful career with his family business outside boxing, so it's not the financial reward, it's the hunger deep within him, and that's why I know people like Ed Hardy really could go all the way.
That's what I've seen in him, and Sonny and Lee are very, very excited. Ed's got a great family business. Quick plug for the Marlow Grange Farm Shop, which is terrific. Ed, finally, the farm, I guess, community. We haven't had farmers who have become fighters. It's a real rarity. So, is that all part of the sale? Getting a farm community to come and support you from far and wide?
Yeah, definitely. We've got some farmers coming from Somerset to this one, and it's great. I mean, well, just everyone's support in general. It means a lot to me.
You're getting the tractor revved up, are you?
Getting it all ready for Friday night.
Fantastic. Wish you well. Ed Hardy. Up here to this table, sitting with Izzy and I. So when I started working with GBM, I was really interested because I'm a massive advocate of female boxing, and it was terrific to see so many females come through on GBM shows. We'll talk about Tyson Gallagher and Emily Jones a little later. But one of the first, when I came, and a ringwalk that I won't forget because she was with her son, was Stevie Levy with Morgan, and they were coming into battle, and I thought, wow, I like this, and I loved watching Stevie that night. It was fantastic. It was in Sheffield, I think, about 15 months ago or so. You've got a terrific fight here with the undefeated Ellie Halliwell. It's a great clash on what is a packed card. Before we go to the women, I want to just get a line from Izzy because it's a great fight you've put together here.
Credit to them, they came like, they didn't have to take it, they wanted competitive fights, they want to show what levels they've got. And all through the card, I looked at myself and said, as a fan, would I want to watch this? Is this going to entertain me? Is this going to put me on the edge of the seat? Is this a fight that I don't know who's going to win? I don't know who belongs at the better levels. And that's easy to imagine. It's another one of them fights, and people might get bored of us saying this, really could go either way. This is on the line. I don't know. Stevie's more experienced, boxing at a higher level. Ellie's maybe a little bit fresher, undefeated. So I don't know. It's exciting.
Ellie's unbeaten. We'll come to her in a second. Let's start, Stevie, with you. You love a chit chat. You entertained us in London ahead of the Tyson Gallagher fight. That was fantastic. So come on, we've got to want some lines here today. How are you? And what's going to happen on Friday night in the next chapter of the Stevie Levy story?
I just want to say I'm shaking because I'm fucking cold today, not because I'm nervous. And I feel like I'm disappointed a bit because I know I've got spicy at the open workout, but I can't be asked like products today. I feel so relaxed, calm and focused on the fight. I don't need to sit here and be bobbly or funny. I've never felt this focused in my life. And Ellie Halliwell would have been my worst nightmare from the start. A tall southpaw, but this is the most confident I've been. It's like the best preparation. So yeah, I just can't wait to get in there now. And Tyson Gallagher said to me this time last year, there's levels of boxing, and I learned the hard way. But I do believe with my experience and the strength that this will just be another lesson. Sorry, I've had a couple of lessons from losing, but I think this will be Ellie's lesson from losing. I don't mean it horribly, I just truly believe that.
That's, I mean, really good to hear you speak like this, maturely, and I guess Jordan Gill, a good fit, and you settle well, you look fantastic. What are you going to prove on Friday night? That you are the fighter you believe you are?
Yeah, I mean, having Jordan Gill and his dad has just been an absolute, it's just been the best thing for me. I've not had to leave my son, I've not had to drag him around the country, I've been close to home, they really believe in me. I've never been this happy, to be honest. I love my life, and I love training, I love everything about boxing, so I'll try for it. I can't remember what the question is now.
Stevie's been on GBM cards, you know what it's about. This is Stevie's always fun having you on. You never let us down, you always entertain.
I'm being a boring bastard now, though, ain't
Yeah,
crazy.
you don't have to be if you don't want to, Steve. Don't worry about me yet. But I think it's a cracking fight. Ellie, question for you. She said about levels. What's your response to that?
I think she's chatting shit, to be honest. I need to be respectful as well. Respect Stevie for being a bit more chilled out. So can't really be asked with back and forth. But you know, I just think there's a lot of false confidence coming from her. I truly believe, yeah, there is levels right. She has got experience, it's very correct, but I made to show that I am levels above her, and you'll see that on Friday.
And you said that the chatting stuff, what has been said between the pair of you in the build-up for those who haven't seen it?
I can remember, to be honest, so I have to roll some clips. Said quite a lot, to be fair, what Ant said.
So what's your answer today? I mean, what is, you're undefeated, it's your local patch, you're obviously full of confidence, and you believe that she's not as good as you, simple as that?
Yeah, I mean, you said it yourself. I mean, no disrespect to Stevie at all. I mean, she's very, very tough, and she's been around a lot longer than I have. She's had a lot more fights. She's had a lot more opportunities. This is a big stage for me, and you're really going to see if it could be a make or break. What you're going to see is going to be a make, and I'm going to show everybody what I'm made of. I'm here.
Yeah. Do you think that is your night? It is a stadium show. You know, the undefeated record is there, but this will be the sort of fight that will bring you through into real contention?
100%, 100%. I've been after this fight about a year now. Me and my team have been chasing this fight. You know, it's been knocked back a few times for whatever reason. I'm not sure. But this is the fight I've wanted for a while. It's the fight that's going to make me step up. I've really sunk my teeth into this camp. I've given everything into this camp, emotionally, physically, and you know, I was asked at the start when we did the interview here, I was going to go. I said, punch perfect performance. I've took myself through hell. Absolutely been questioning everything. Jason's been making sure absolutely everything's been ticked, and now at the end, ready to fight on Friday. I really, really believe that I'll stop Stevie on Friday night.
Oh, that's big talk, Stevie. What's your response?
I say that question everything. I've not had to question nothing. I've had the perfect camp.
You haven't took yourself as far as I have then?
And I have. I used to cry every night at the gyms after leaving my son. I've cried once this camp, and that was when my manager came on. Won his belt on Saturday. It's put me in the best fucking mood. I'm just so excited, so focused on a Friday night. Like I said, I'm sorry, I don't want to give you shit, I don't want to call your names or anything like that. I'm just literally ready to go now and may the best woman win.
100%.
Yeah, well said. Absolutely. May the best woman win. I think it's going to blend. Set alight, really, in recent weeks. A derby in Doncaster, a real derby. A lot has been chatted from both sides and trainers and everything. I'm talking Joe Hayden.
Jimmy Harrington, what's up, Maxi?
I'm talking Joe Hayden, Lewis Booth, Jimmy Harrington involved as well. Look, it's a great fight. It's a fight actually that could top the Doncaster Dome, and it's just part of a stacked card here at Doncaster Rovers Stadium. It's brilliant. Joe Hayden undefeated, Lewis Booth virtually undefeated. Lewis, very good amateur, goes back a long way. Joe Hayden the same, undefeated and real prospect in British boxing. I don't really know which one to start with. Izzy, I'll start with you. I can't wait for this fight.
This is one of them fights I've been asked about so much, so many people privately messaging you, what a fight you've got here, what a fight you made. And like we spoke about the Mellors and the Cameron fight and the Ellie and Stevie, this is another one. It's kind of make or break, who's going to go on to that next level. It's a great fight. And the shameful thing about having a card with so many talent fights is we could have had 2 shows out of this card. Really good. These guys could top the card, but we wanted to put an event on that people are going to remember.
You could have had a night before and then a night, couldn't you?
Yeah,
doing it all on one.
We could have gone all week. But yeah, just look, it's one of them cards that we had to get so many talented fighters. And this could potentially be the tear up of the night.
You're sitting next to Joe Hayden and I'm next to Lewis Booth. Does that say something? Are we leaning one way or the other?
No, listen, may the best man win. I'm in here. I'm here to promote. I'm here to put good fights on, and I genuinely believe this could be a cracking fight. Not much in the records. They both know each other. There's no animosity between them, but there's a little bit of local pride. And listen, Jay keeps telling me how good Joe's improved and how much he's developed. And you might see Friday night if he's the real deal, and if Lewis Booth has got a great amateur pedigree, has he got the levels to take that next step? And yeah, Friday night we'll see.
I know Dave knows Lewis Booth well for many years as well. It's that sort of a fight. It's a real trade one. It's a boxer's dream. This, or certainly for fans. Lewis, I know you've been waiting for a moment like this. How has training? Jimmy's right. You know, it's about you guys now. How has training gone? How do you feel? And are you ready to steal the show here?
Training. Me, Jimmy, Sean, we've been to hell and back. Obviously, John's been there in the shed, kicking our ass. It's been brilliant. We've focused on what we've had to do, and the plan is we'll have to do Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden's a fantastic fighter, which that's what we want. And I do think you're right. I think we will be the fight of the night. People keep asking me, oh, it's going to be a great fight. It's not going to be a great fight. It's going to be a fantastic fight. And I think you're right. It definitely will probably top the bill.
You. I know every fighter says they feel in the best shape, physically, mentally, and all that. But you're a very experienced amateur and professional now. Are you right there? Are you right on it?
I've been getting booked in the head since 10-year-old. I'm now 29. I've had 20 years of experience. I'm not on it. I'm locked and unloaded. and I'm just ready to fire. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, Lewis, you were on our card before. I'm not going to say what Adam said in Stir anymore between Jimmy and Dave. We'll leave that out, guys, just in case. But, Lewis,
Dave's here, is he?
what I do know, Adam and Lewis, when you get local rivalry and there's a lot at stake, you take your body and your soul and your brain to a different level. And I believe Lewis Booth has took himself knowing how much this means for him. And you can say he likes Joe as much as he wants. There's a lot of pride at here. They're from the same city, they've got the same friends, they're going to mix each other. None of these want to lose. They want to walk around proudly. We think we'll do, we don't lose, but this is the best Lewis Booth you'll ever see. And I can just tell the shape of him, his condition, his mindset. He was nothing like this when he boxed on a GBM card last. Absolutely nothing. I've been around fighters all my life, and this is going to be the most dangerous Lewis Booth you see Friday night. And I'm saying that without even him seeing him throw a punch. I could just tell by his own persona. I could tell how much Jimmy's been our focus on this. They've kept quiet under the radar a little bit. So this could be an absolute screamer. And Lewis, I'm sorry I can't get us on top of the bill. I'm really sorry. Blame Terry Harper and Maxi Hughes for that. Take it out with them, but next time maybe let's get over and do it again.
We're not going nowhere.
If it's legal for rematch at Doncaster Dome, deal.
Let's bring Joey, come on, let's give him a chance. Yeah, Joe Hayden, fantastic to see you. As always, you've heard Lewis Booth, locked and loaded. Response to that, and how do you feel going into the biggest night of your life so far?
Yeah, good. I'm glad. I want the best of us both to turn up Friday night, because then we're in for a cracking fight. Because one thing about me is, you know this, I don't lean on someone in terms. You know, my who's opposite the ring from me, I give my everything in camp. You know, Econ Park Stadium, I've grown up watching football here, so to get the opportunity to box is massive. I've got a good local lad across from me. I'm going to share the ring with, but I'll think about all that afterwards. For now, I've just got a job at hand, and that's my main concern with him.
You feel like Joe, obviously we've been with you from the start of journey, many debut and Jamie Clark. Do you feel like people are going to see the real Joe Hayden Friday night? Because I know you've been doing well in sparring. I know how well you've done with Jack Catchell in sparring. My friend of Jack, who's going to be at ringside on your corner, I believe, as well. Are they going to see the real Joe Hayden? The things that you probably kept under quite wraps for a bit.
Yeah, I believe so. Obviously, the last couple of years we've been getting the rounds and getting the experience in, and all for good reason. And now I feel like now's the perfect time to start showcasing more what I'm capable of. Obviously, pushing on to 8 rounds now. I do believe now that I'm pushing on 8, 10, 12 rounds, we'll start to see the best of me. And obviously now that I'm getting good opponents across from me as well, I can also start showing more what I'm capable of.
I really like the way these two are talking, but I'm going to push them now. Lewis, come on, the niceties are over. Yes, there's respect between the pair, but I want a prediction. I want you to tell everybody and Joe what you're going to do on Friday night.
We're just going to get our hands raised. We're not going to come and predict, or we're not going to sit there crossing and try to belittle it and say, I'm going to do it in the first, second, third, fourth. It's going to be done when it's done, and the hand will be raised, and that's that. I'm not going to sit there and predict and try to belittle the fella what's across me, what I have no need to. Our hands are going to be raised. It's going to be thanks to Jimmy, John, Joe at Dane and CrossFit, and that's it.
Well said, Lewis. Joe, same question.
Yeah, listen, like I said, what you've got here, you've got 2 local lads boxing on his local football ground, and both of us want to win, and we both want to put on a show for everyone. And that's what we're going to do, but we both give it everything in training. We're going to turn up, and it might be nice it is now, but it's a different story once you get in the ring. Once that bell goes, it's a different story, and Lewis will tell you himself, he's well experienced, he knows the game. Once we get in there, may the best man win, and like I said, at the end of it, we'll shake hands, we'll get his hand raised, and that's that. But one thing's for sure is, you're going to get a cracking fight out of both of us.
Any predictions, Joe, for you? Are you going to get the win Friday night?
I think I'll win however I want to win, to be honest. I think, I feel like whatever Lewis comes to do, I can counter that, and I can.
However you want to win, that tells me you can step levels up and you can do whatever you want for the night and you're comfortable. If you want to stop it, you'll get the stoppage.
We'll see, yeah, we'll see.
Great respect between the two. What a fight on Friday night between Lewis Booth and Joe Hayden, and Dave Cobwell and I will enjoy commentating on that. It will be fantastic. Great card here. We're going to get the others up in a moment, but just a big round of applause for these fantastic. Impressed. Not only Izzy and I, but the dazn execs is Taz Nadine, who's sitting right in front of me. I can hardly see the crowd actually because his shoulders are so broad, and how he packs himself down into that super middleweight frame is exciting, unbeaten, and yeah, we're just delighted to have you back. Taz, how excited are you to be part of this build-up?
Everyone, yeah, really excited. Can't wait to go in there and do it. I'm excited for the occasion, the amount of people that are going to be there, the stadium, all the other fighters that are there as well, but also excited because I just feel like I'm making such good progress in my training every single camp, every single fight. So not only that, but excited to just see how much of an improvement I've really made in the ring.
Yeah, that's really good to hear, because we know how good you were at CrossFit and in other sports. So, you know, it's that. I know you boxed before a little bit, but it's getting the skills back, because we know you've got the savage power. 3 first-round stoppages. It's never a time to go and make a cup of coffee when you're in the ring, but it is really key, isn't it, to learn as you go and progress if you want to get to the top.
Yeah, 100%, and we're doing it. We're training like real professionals. We're dedicated. We're on the right path, and I truly believe that if we do it for long enough, we'll get where we want to go.
Yeah, Taz, for me, he's one of the most exciting prospects in the country, really is. There's no blinking with him. He's got a crossover appeal. My sisters, my family, people who are not into boxing want to watch when Taz Nadine on. The kids at the gym say, when is Taz Nadine on? He's got that excitement. But obviously I want to see him use that boxing skill, because he's got that boxing skill where it's not all about knocking him out, which I believe he's got. But I think he's going to have to show that at some point in his career, and you're going to see that maybe on Friday night, because he's got a tough, heavy opponent who's just been on points with dazn, if that's right, recently. So we don't expect Taz to have an easy night, but he's got his side of the right, he's got that power. And the funny thing about dazn, like even Johnny Nelson, when he comes, when's Taz on, when's Taz on? Guys at dazn are saying, when's Taz on? They're excited about him, and the broadcast are excited, the fans are excited. Got a lot of chicks there, and I think he's definitely one of the most exciting prospects in the country.
Taz, it's also great to see the Boxers in Need t-shirt on your back. That's so important as well, isn't it? It's you're a fantastic advocate for this sport, and I think we need to see people like you around.
Thank you.
Yeah, good guy. Taz Nadine, ladies and gentlemen. Terry, well done in the fruit and veg market yesterday. Good to see you out. How are things going? Izzy says you're in the best shape of your life. Training camp gone fantastically well, I guess, and you're ready to defend that beautiful belt.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to start by thanking everyone involved, obviously, for making a dream of mine become reality on Friday night, and I can't thank everyone at GBM for welcoming me with open arms and giving me such an amazing opportunity to be on my doorstep and have my first defence of the world title in front of my home crowd. So I'm very grateful. I've had an amazing camp. A massive thank you to obviously Paul Joe as well, my coach. Every time I step through the gym doors, I'm walking back out a better fighter. A special thank you to John Watson in the shed. He's made me a better athlete and a better person. So yeah, a big thank you to everyone involved in this.
I don't know how anyone can make you a better person. I think you're a pretty good person already, probably the best in boxing. Terry, on a serious note though, it is, at this stage of your career, you can't afford any slip-ups, right? There's been times where you've come back, which is why I think we admire you so much, but if things have got to go right, you know, it's comfortable being at home, it's comfortable on your doorstep, you're going to have that fans, but you've still got to fight to go and win in style.
Yeah, I've been in this position before. I've set the defence of my WBC down at Silver against a Stephen Gardner. She came to Sheffield and she broke my heart, and I swore to myself that I will never let that happen again. So I've really gone above and beyond
this camp, and I put in the best preparation. Just put in endless hours of work to make sure I'm putting on a great performance for my team, for myself, and for everyone coming out to support.
You've been around the weights, winning at Super Feather, you've been winning up at Super Welter, Light Welter. What about lightweight? Is that the perfect weight for you now? Is it, because it's difficult, I guess, fitting around the different ones. Do you feel most comfortable and strong at lightweight?
Yeah, this is a sweet spot, and this is the weight that I do wish I kind of rebuilt at, but we were chasing other opportunities and world titles over weight divisions, and I guess it's kind of, I've took all that experience under my belt, and I've kind of developed now into this great fight, and I really feel like I'm coming into my prime, and I've come into the lightweight division now, and I'm here to show everyone that this is going to be my division, and I want to go on to unify and become undisputed.
Will you go on to unify? Let's sort of think slightly ahead. I know it's hard. I think past Friday, Caroline Dubois I saw the other day, and she's got a title. Obviously, there's some big names and big fights ahead in this division.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's one thing I've always lacked throughout my career is a little bit of self-belief. And working with Paul now for the last couple of camps, I've really got that fire back, that self-belief, the love for boxing, and I'm hungry again. So obviously not overlooking that way. I've got to go out there on Friday night, do the job, make a statement, win, and really show everyone that I mean business.
Yeah, I believe, Terry, without putting pressure on yourself, you've got to not just win, but put a statement on. You've got to show that Terry Harper's back. I believe you will. I've called it, I said it was the best Terry Harper. There has been some rumours that Caroline might be a ringside. Will that affect your performance, or just tunnel vision?
No, tunnel vision. I'm there to do a job. For me, I have said and put that little bit of extra pressure on myself. If I don't get a stoppage win on Friday night, I will be disappointed. So I'm going to go out there and make sure it's the same.
Well, in that case, I better not give no knockout bonuses, because I see there might be a few knockouts on this night. Terry, I want to ask you a question about Caroline. It's been talked about a lot. I know you're not looking past this. I know you're a true professional. How do you see yourself going in that fight?
Just being me. I don't know what it is with Caroline, but I think as a person...
She irritates you.
Yeah, as a person, as a fighter, I'm very laid back, very respectful, kind, but she really does rub me up the wrong way, and there's just something personal about that fight. I honestly cannot wait to get paid to punch that girl in the face.
For Mitch, for Izzy, and for the team. But all admiration, I guess, for Terry has to go just to one side slightly. We have to fight in front of us. Natalie Zimmerman, undefeated, over from Germany. It's your dream, isn't it, to win that world title? You've made all this progress in your career. You've won all these fights, and you're here to challenge for the belt. How's training gone since we last saw you?
It was really tough. It was hard. I was focused. I put all my energy, all my blood in this preparation. I feel really comfortable, and
that's good to hear. How's sparring gone? How do you prepare for someone like Terry Harper, for somebody who's got so much experience in and around these weight classes?
I have different sparring partners, some girls from Spain, from Hamburg, but I've done all those guys just because they are taller than me and tougher, and so it was pretty hard.
And how do you beat Terry? How does it happen? What are the tactics?
Round
by round?
Punch by punch, I will give all my best.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. Come over undefeated. This is life-changing opportunity now. That makes somebody dangerous. You know, she's come this far. It's a massive opportunity on the whole of boxing. We need people across the world coming to Terry Harper's hometown. She wants to call you up, say that the opportunity is massive for her.
I think you said it was a dream also to be live on dazn as well when you last came. That's true.
Yes.
That's great. Well, you will be.
I'm really happy.
That's fantastic. You will be around about 10 o'clock, I guess, on Friday night. Mr. Ladd, you've come a long way for this, Archie. You told me at the press conference before that this is a vital fight. You're full of respect for Maxi Hughes. What's happened between then and now to get you ready for battle and ready for a fight that you absolutely have to win?
It's grateful to be on the show, man. And the opportunity, everyone's ripped off the thing. That's what I've noticed. A lot of people talking about the fight, but a lot of people favour Maxi, which you can see why. You know, like he's got a great resume. He's got some great fighters, and I'm here, and I'm just being there Friday, and I'm looking forward to it.
How's that felt? It's not actually the impression. I haven't had that. I've had a lot of people come up to you that think you do win the fight, but you've heard that.
I've heard
Just
that. It's all good though.
It's great. We've been in different places. You've heard opposite. Does that fuel the fire a bit more? Does it make you annoyed? Does it make you just feel that if and when you do win, it's a bigger win for you?
Yeah, look, I'm coming to his own town as well, you know, so I'm confident in what I can do. And it's a big opportunity, you know, after. So obviously I've got to deal with Friday first.
How do you feel at the weight? New weight for you? New opportunity?
Starving. No, it was all good, you know. Yeah, feel good for the weight. Everything's gone well. Yeah, there's not much to say now. You know? I'm just here. I'm ready. And I'm looking forward to it.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely massive opportunity. A fight that Archie believes he's been written off. I can tell you, Archie, I'd say it's very much equally poised with opinions on this in the boxing world.
I've got me 41 on, though.
Yeah.
Where's your local buddy battle?
I will bring Maxi Hughes in. We were standing outside together about an hour or so ago, and I looked at him and thought, wow, okay, he's in shape. You look really well, and you know how important it is every fight, Maxi, at this stage of your career. What is this, your 38th maybe? I can't remember. Off the top of my head, I don't think that's right. Former IBO champion, of course, mixed with the best in the world. I asked Reece the question earlier, what still fuels the fire? And what will it mean to fight so close to your home on a big stadium show on Friday night?
It means a lot. The fire that I've got, you know, I've said it many a times, you know, at first early in my career, I always thought I was going to be the early man. I only wanted a British title, and I nearly got there, and I thought, I'm going to be an early man. And then I got the British title, and I've been on this run, won an IBO world title, and my goal was always to get one of the main four. And I've been this close. You know, the last 5 years, I was a 12 to 1 underdog.
Guys,
brought them to.
Sorry, Max, wait a second. Guys, at the back, please. Guys at the back, can we just let Maxi talk, please? Thanks.
Sorry, brought in as a 12 to 1 underdog to keep John O'Carroll busy. And I had my own plans, I had my own aspirations to go for that British title. Got that, went on to win an IBO world title, one of the main four. And I had that stolen from me against George Cambosos, and my reward was to fight Williams and Peter. You know, that didn't go quite to plan, you know, with being deported from Las Vegas and I made preparations interrupted. So apart from that, these last 5 years I'm in pretty good form. And the desire's there, because I know what it takes to get to that world title. I've mixed them high level fights, you know, beaten, you know, arguably Keith Gallard, genuine world champion, and George Cambosos as well. So I know what it takes, and I've got that fire to get there myself, and that's what keeps me going. You know, I've obviously got a little bit of fuel at home with my wife and 2 daughters. They're my fuel. That's why I'm still going now.
Actually, when we made this fight, you said you want the best. We tried everybody we know. Our team, managerial team works to get the best. How much of a dangerous opponent is Archie Sharp? Or do you feel like, yeah, you've been at a better level, but is this a hungry Archie Sharp seeing his opportunity to take the scalp of Maxi Hughes?
Yeah, I've been. Every fight's dangerous, and every fight's a must win. You know, it's not certain fights a must win. They're all must win because we've all got an ego. We've all got to look after ourselves. It's a dangerous place.
Yeah, but at this stage in your career, Maxi, you can't really take a blip.
No, you can't anyway. But I'm obviously not planning on taking a blip. You know, I've been at a high level. I'm performing well in the gym. So I'm putting it all online. We tried to get the other fights, they didn't come, but then I've got into bed like those fights without a window. Just put some money in me. Archie took that fight. And you know, that we're 12-13 weeks ago, sat here announcing it, and now all's good, we've got no injuries, and we're here now to sell business.
You're talking about some really good fighters over the years that you've fought. How highly do you rate Archie Sharp, Maxi?
He's a good kid, and like what you said earlier, when I was a massive underdog in Edinburgh Stadium to fight for the IBO, that brought best out of me. So I'm expecting this opportunity to bring best out of Archie. And if he don't, then this game's not for him. So that's what I'm expecting, and that's what we're prepared for. The best version, because if this doesn't bring the best out of you, you ain't no game.
Archie, you want to answer that?
See you Friday.
See you Friday.
When I watch the stage, I'm here. Looking forward to it. Great for the opportunity, so thanks very much. And we'll go from there.
You get the win?
I need to make numbers up.
Maxi?
100%, and when you know I've worked too hard, you know, there's been a lot of sacrifice, you know, training at home, but obviously the weather turning nice, seeing the kids in garden, I have to leave the gym, and kids coming up to the gate crying, Dad, don't go, and I'm going to go, you know. It's not nice to see them crying because they have to go to the gym and work, so, you know, Archie's going to have to pay for that. That's seeing the kids cry because they don't want to go. Somebody's going to have to pay for that, it's going to be Archie.
How do you feel, Archie? So you're going to have to pay for that? Him missing his time with his family and everything.
Oh, I've got 4 kids, mate, so I'm 2 times over you, mate.
And I want to start with
just by the way, that went for you, not for Jimmy Joe, just in case.
Thanks, I thought that. Jimmy, you're massively popular around these parts. We were out in the markets yesterday, having a bit of fun and doing a bit of selling. I think Terry did better than you, but we'll leave it like that. But it was fantastic to see the people out there. It's a special city. It's a special night for you, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and like you say, it's a part of history. You know, we're in a small city now, but when one goes to war, we all go to war. We're definitely not going.
And do you feel, obviously, with those wins over Campbell Hatton, that you've got momentum, that you've got pace to your career now, and that this is a chance for the DAZN viewers and not just your local fans, everybody to see how far you've come and how well you're developing?
Yeah, but it is what it is, isn't it? Campbell, them 2 wins are in the past now. Nathan, he's just in the way. It's my job to go through it and then see what appears from that.
Yeah, the IBO Continental, this beautiful belt, super lightweight title is on the line, 10 rounds. Haitham Mamouche, let's bring you in. It's a pleasure to have you here, my friend over from Malta. Wonderful that you've come over here. I know that you've dedicated yourself tremendously to this fight, training with Bob Shannon, star trainer, of course. We were talking about Wayne Rigby and his successes that he had many, many years ago, but you've taken yourself out of Malta, out of your comfort zone to come and not just be on this show, but to come and grab your opportunity. We saw you here a few weeks ago. How's training been, and is it all going to be worth it, Haitham, on the night?
Firstly, I'd like to thank GB and Promotion for this great platform, an opportunity they gave me and my management team, both boxing. Past 6 weeks have been great. Preparation with my coach has been great. Everything is going according to plan. I'm confident. I'm ready. There's nothing much to say. I'm ready to win. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, you're very experienced, 22 fights now, but some of those overseas, for those who haven't seen you, what are we going to get from you on Friday night? How exciting are you, and how ready are you for Jimmy Joe?
Well, like me and Jimmy, it's gonna we have a competitive style because we are both aggressive. So that's my style, is aggression. That's the way I fight. You know, I'm an aggressive fighter. It's gonna be a great fight, you know. And like he always says, I'll meet you in the middle. Let's go!
I love the confidence, and there's telltale signs. Obviously, I promote shows, I promote fights, so we pay a fighter a certain amount of money, and we don't expect him to pay for his own cost, to come away from his family, all expenses, hotels, and that tells me that the hunger he's got. This is not just about picking a paycheck up. This is not just about earning the money, because he could have done that, and we'd have paid him no matter what. There was no obligation. He could have come and train and be hungry, but it says a lot about him. And stylistically, this is absolute dream come true, because they've got a typical come forward, aggressive style. Jimmy Joe said he's not going to move from the middle of the ring. Haytham said he's come and meet me in the middle of the ring.
You may as well just stick it in a phone box, haven't you?
Come on, Jimmy!
No problem with me.
We can arrange that, I think. We can make the ring a little.
I just cannot see this. I cannot see this going past 4 or 5 rounds, because I know what they're going to do, and I know his management team will be messaging me. I'm not going to put his name out there and say, listen, Jimmy's in a serious fight here, because sometimes you get a home favourite, sells a lot of tickets. You can easily put him in a fight that he's going to get an easy win, but when I heard he's come over for 6 weeks with a great trainer, obviously I've been around the game for a long, long time, it says a lot about his desire. And that's a real question about fighters. This is going to be an absolute terror. It really is.
No, I echo that. To get an Airbnb and 10 miles to the gym and to take your life and comfort zone out of Malta, I think it's fantastic. It's a pleasure to have you here at Haytham. Jimmy Joe, what are you going to do though? You can't have him turn up, spend all that money, get ready and beat you, can you?
Definitely not.
What are we going to see, Jimmy, on Friday night?
Well, I think I'm going to punch him, he's going to punch me, and a bit similar for 10 rounds if possible. Why not?
Exactly. You're planning to go 10 rounds, Jimmy?
We've trained for 10 rounds, so anything else, we'll take it, but I've trained for a 10-round war, and if that's what he's willing to do, I'll meet him in the middle.
You might do just to reduce the ring size for this one.
Like I said, stick it in a phone wall.
I don't think we need a right ring that big size. It's cost around the leg.
Guys, I'm going to ask the boys up here. They were very respectful.